in every country I go to. More than 4. Are we together? It comes back to what? To prospecting. That, ladies and gentlemen, don't sit back when you see another person take over a country. When you see a very big event happening in a country, don't sit back and say, it's them. Don't sit back and say, that's not mine. Don't sit back when they say we are pre-launching Nigeria, and then you say, it's okay. It's not okay. Are we together? I want you to get on the phone and look for who has got a +234. When they say they are launching in Kenya, don't sit here and say, you know what? I don't have a Kenyan. That's why it's called prospecting. Yes. Are we together? Don't say I don't have a Rwandese. That's why we are talking about prospecting. Who is a prospect? It's someone you don't know. Are we together? If I don't have a Kenyan person, prospect a Kenyan. You don't have a Tanzanian person, prospect a what? A Tanzanian. I remember at the time I was looking for business in Tanzania. I was planning to go to Tanzania. And I didn't have people in Tanzania. But here in Uganda, I had downlines who were Tanzanians, but they were students. And they told me, you know what, Upline, we need to go to Tanzania, our country, can do serious business. I said, no problem. Now, let me start looking for who? For Tanzanians. In 3 months, I built a name list of 200 Tanzanians. Only +255. +255. Are we together? Yes. It's a decision. Congolese, I have a name list of more than 500 Congolese. And someone will come and ask me, Hamson, how do you have Congolese? Because I have a name list of what? Congolese. I've prospected them. Are we together? You come and ask me, Hamson, how do you have a team of Rwandese? I signed them. I signed them. I have a whole bunch of +250. Why? Prospecting. Now, the guns are heading to Nigeria. I told my team next year, mid-next year, I'm getting on the plane to Nigeria. Because there is no way the company can say they are launching such a big market, and I sit and watch when others are grabbing the nairas. Me, I am here seated saying it is them. Why not me? Why not? Why not me? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, does it mean you need to get on the plane like Hamson for you to start prospecting a place? No. Start prospecting now as you're building your local market. Are we together? That when the time is right, when the time is right, when you could afford the bills, when you could afford the transportation, you have a very big name list. Are we together? When your business in Uganda has stabilized, what next? What? What next? Where will you expand to? Will you begin the expansion that time? No. The expansion starts now. You're building the name list. You're building the relationship. When the time is right, you go. Are we together? Why do you think I'm not saying I'm going to Nigeria tomorrow? No. I'm saying I'm going to prospect now. I'm still building my East African market. When East Africa is done, by June I should be done with East Africa. I move on to where? To West Africa. That's why today we want to talk about what? Prospecting. Ladies and gentlemen, understanding prospecting. They are saying prospecting is identifying and connecting with potential partners and customers. Are we together? Potential, the word is potential. They are not yet prospects. I mean, they are not yet your clients. They are not yet your customers. They are not yet your downlines. Are we together? You have to connect with them, identify and connect. There's a gentleman called Pat Manzano who said that our radar for prospecting is always on. It keeps on moving, moving, moving. Then finally, it signals and alarms. This is the person. How many of us have been somewhere you're walking? You've met 100 people, not so. But out of the blue, you say, she's the one. You've skipped 100. The radar has been moving. It hasn't identified. When it reaches her, the signal is like, you know what? This is the person. Immediately, hi, madam, how are you? Immediately, from nowhere. You've been in a taxi. People have entered and moved out. All of them have entered and moved out. You've not even said hi. But for one reason or the other, you see someone say, he's the one. How are you, sir? Immediately out of nowhere. All together. Identify and connect. It's the lifeblood of any successful MLM business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be successful in MLM, have a very comprehensive list. Have a very comprehensive list. Me, this is my technique. You will also choose yours. Me, every country, I give it its own name list. Tanzania, alone. Kenya, alone. Rwanda, alone. It challenges me to know how big is this market to me. It helps me to know, do I have a sufficient number? Because I remember when I joined MLM, there's a tip that was given to us by a gentleman called Arun George. This guy, for the last 10 years, you'll go and check him out in businessform.org. He has been among the top earners, earning over $65,000 every single week for almost the last 10 years. 200 million every single week for the last 10 years. The guy relocated from he was a Malaysian. He relocated and went to Chicago at the airport. $65,000 every single week. This is what he said. If you want to expand in any market, you expand on two platforms. Number one, you have got an existing team there. An existing team there. Or yourself, you have a name list of, he was very specific and clear, 150 names of that particular market. If you feel you want to go and attack, for example, Rwanda, reach 150 names. Because this was his analogy. Can you afford? Can you maximize your time and money? Because he said, building a local market is always way cheaper and easier than building a foreign market. How many of us believe that? That the money I spend just in a hotel is enough for me to organize a dinner in my local market. So he said, before you wake up and go in the market, do you have a good forum? Do you have a reasonable number? That when you go, for every minute you spend in that market, you have someone sit in front of you. And he said, you cannot have 150 people in that country, in that market, and people don't come. Why? Everyone, even if you are an amateur, when you go to another country, they are excited to meet you. Yes. How many of us realize that when someone says, I am Tanzanian, you are more interested in smiling to them than when someone says, I'm a fellow Muganda like you. I'm a fellow Munyankole like you. It is okay. I have seen very many of you. Are we together? You don't, when I say I'm from Kisoro, it is okay. I have very many of from people. You don't even ask me how is Kisoro. You don't care. But when you meet a Tanzanian, oh, how are you? How is Tanzania? I want to come to Tanzania. You know, have buddies from Tanzania. Like, you pick more interest. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing here. It's about finding the right people, not everyone. The goal is to start conversations, not to close deals immediately. Professional prospecting focuses on relationships, not recruitment. It's about getting the numbers. Because why are they saying does not focus on recruitment? Because you don't know when this person will actually sign up. You're not sure when this person will become your client. But as long as they're on your name list, one day they'll become your client. One day they'll become a downline. Are we together? But you never know when that time is going to be. That's why they say it's about what? Relationships. The only game I play in MLM is, can I keep you my buddy, even if it is for the next 5 years? Maybe this year you're not ready, but even after 5 years, I want you to still be comfortable working with Hamson. I want that even after 5 years, I want you to still feel comfortable buying from me, not another person. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying consistency is key. Prospecting is a daily activity. Don't prospect today and say, I want to fill my name list for this particular place in one day. By the way, I'm not talking about prospecting international today. I'm also talking about prospecting here, locally. Let's begin here. Are we together? Let's first of all look at, do I have my establishment here? Can I organize my local business here? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to go and replace business. I want you to go and expand Do you get the difference? Replacing and then expanding. Replacing is when I failed here. Here I don't have anything. I'm going to look for replacement somewhere. No. I want you to begin here, establish here, and then you can go. Are we together? Today, don't come and ask Hamson, why are you moving all the other time? No. It's because I have already made my establishments in Uganda. Now I can freely move. Are we together? Even you do the same. First establish your business here. Then you can do what? Then you can move. Because you want something, you want a business that will finance that travel you're going to make. One thing that made me quit my first company was wrong expansion. Actually, to be particular, Rwanda is what got me out of business. I made a wrong move. I made a wrong move. Are we together? But after that, I learned, when do I move, when do I not move? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they're saying, building the right mindset. What should be the right mindset when we are prospecting? They're saying, believe in your product and opportunity. One thing, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to affect your prospecting, that's going to affect your connecting with people about the business, is the belief you have in what you do. The moment you don't believe in the product, the moment you don't believe in the business, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot attract people to it. But you will not also get the confidence and the courage to contact people, to approach people in the name of, I want them to be my customers. I want them to be my business partners in the future in something you don't believe in. That's why most of the times when I'm closing, I tell people, you know what? If you want to come in to test, to see if things will work, don't even bother. Because there is no one who wants to join someone who is not sure of what they're doing themselves. Why do you want to throw me in the ditch? Are we together? Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe in it, why do you want me to be a part of it then? It means you're not bringing me into the business for us to make money. You are bringing me into the business like the way you get a frog or a rat and put it in the laboratory and test your medical skills on it. It's the same thing you're trying to do on me. If you don't believe in the business, you are bringing me into the business to see if the business will work. Otherwise, you're not bringing me actually with the good intentions of me making money, of me succeeding. You're bringing me to see if things can work out on me. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, most of us are struggling with recruiting. Most of us are struggling with growing teams because yourself, you don't believe that actually a team can be grown. Most of us have stopped believing that, you know what, I can make 100 million. I can make 200 million. I can build a team of 10,000 people. Most of us, that belief has gone to the mud. And there is no way, ladies and gentlemen, you can sponsor people, you can recruit people when the belief is not there. I was telling a gentleman that, how do you think we sponsored people when there was no product, when there was no company, when there was no office, when there was no testimony, when there was nothing? It was the belief we had that this is a better deal. How do you think, ladies and gentlemen, I dropped my 20, 30 millions every single month to start afresh? It was belief. It was not about the testimony. It was not about anything. It was about, do I have a stronger belief in the future with Okata? Are we together? The belief was, I can make the money I was making, even times 3, even times 4, given the same time. Are we together? The same thing applies, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way you are going to meet someone and then you tell them you want them into your business when you don't believe in it. Do you know what instead you tell them? There is this thing that have showed me. There is this thing I joined. Do you think those things work? Now, that is the difference. When you meet someone saying, Upline, I met this person, they are very negative, they were telling me about this and this and this. That's what they were looking for. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, approach with confidence and positivity. Approach with confidence and positivity. Don't fear rejection. It's part of the process. Many times, we see a prospect. The radar has gone off. The alarm is ringing. Are we together? But then, the wolf inside you is saying, a bomb is coming your way. Are we together? A super rejection is coming your way. That the person you've identified as your prospect, you are seeing a potential person, you are seeing someone who can be into your business, you've even overheard a conversation, them talk about business, and you feel this is the right person, but the fear clouds your mind. You're scared. What if this person says no? What if this person rejects the business? What if this person refuses to give me the number? What if this person is not interested in what I'm doing? How will you know if the person is interested or not interested if you don't approach them? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us have gone to a restaurant? I was sharing a scenario in our morning cell that, ladies and gentlemen, we've all gone to restaurants. This waiter comes to you. She's smiling at you. Then you tell her, give me a minute. Let me first think about it. Go back, I'll call you. She goes in the corner, sheds one tear, wipes it, organizes the apron again. She walks to the next table. Hi, how are you? Can I offer you something? Then after a few minutes, you say, hey, madam, come. I'm now ready. She comes back. She again smiles at you. She forgets whatever happened. That's how life is, ladies and gentlemen. Everywhere, rejections are there. You're not the only one facing them. You're not the only one who's being stood up. You're not the only one, ladies and gentlemen, who people are holding on the side. You're not the only one, ladies and gentlemen, who people are asking questions and they finally don't buy. They are doing exactly what you did to the last shopkeeper. Do you remember the last boutique you went to? Yes. Did you buy? Then for you, why do you want everyone to buy? God is saying it's tit for tat. Payback time. What you did, they want to give you also a taste of what you did. So don't feel bad about it. Actually embrace it and say, next time when I go, I won't disturb the shopkeeper. So that even they don't disturb you tomorrow. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, keep your energy professional, not desperate. Yes, have the passion, have the enthusiasm, have the excitement, have the energy, but don't be desperate also. Are we together? And they're saying, focus on adding value first. Remember, you're offering a solution, not begging for a favor. Ladies and gentlemen, adding value. Being honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is looking for where is the future brighter? Where do I have more hope of succeeding? Where do I have, ladies and gentlemen, a higher chance of having a better life? The question is, when they come to you, do they see more hope? Do they see a brighter future? Can they be able, ladies and gentlemen, to have a map of the next 5 years ahead of them? Are we together? Because many people, ladies and gentlemen, many people are stuck. Actually, very many people are stuck. Be the one, ladies and gentlemen, who opens the windows again for them. How? More value, but most importantly, learn to sell a vision. Learn to sell a vision. Forget everything else, but do not forget to paint a picture for someone. Do not forget to tell someone, ladies and gentlemen, where you're taking them. Do not forget to tell someone how you are planning on building a team of 10,000 people. You don't have it, but show them they are going to be a part of the 10,000. Show them they are going to be a part of something very big. How do you think politicians really ask? I want you to, have you ever wondered, how does a young man leave their office, go on the streets with people power, and is ordered to take up a bullet? He's ordered to be cane. He's seeing a policeman with a cane, with a baton and a gun, and the guy still says, agenda. Akolati? Agenda. How do you think His Excellency, how do you think His Excellency got people from schools, the Kadogos? Have you heard about the Kadogos? How do you think they were able to leave their schools, leave their hostels, the likes of the messages? These are doctors. Talk about the Babas who are lawyers. They leave their offices and they say, we are entering the bush. How? Are you mad? It's the vision. It is the vision. Even you, do you want someone to be a part of your business? Do you want someone to really be attracted to you? Show them. Where are you taking them? Because everyone, ladies and gentlemen, wants to be a part of the bigger picture of anything they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying, identifying quality prospects. Number one, how do you identify quality prospects? It begins by you knowing what are the qualities you're looking for. It begins by you knowing what is your target audience. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go, for example, to prospect, you are looking for people maybe in Kampala. Be specific with what you want. Are we together? Be specific with the kind of Kenyan you want. Be specific with the kind of Congolese or Rwandese or Tanzanian or Zambian or Nigerian, whatever market you want. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us have woken up and say, I have interest in building business in Mukono? Wake up. Look for everyone from Mukono. The one who's not from Mukono is not your what? Your prospect. You are basing on location to prospect people. All together. I remember when I was building my business in DRC, I identified 3 cities: Kinshasa, Lubumbashi, and Goma. You come from another city or from another town, which is not Lubumbashi, not Kinshasa, not Goma. I say, thank you so much. It's been nice knowing you. You're not the guy I'm looking for. You're not the person I'm looking for. If I'm prospecting in Kenya, I am not interested if you're in Manyakisi, Manya in Northern Nakuru. You're not the person I'm looking for. I want someone who's in Eldoret or Mombasa or Nairobi. You're out at those markets, it's okay. I'll be your buddy, but I'm not interested in your business. That's me. You also choose. All together. Sit here. You're looking for people for products. Look for product users. All together. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you another technique we used to do to get bigger numbers. Go on your Google search engine. Type in WhatsApp groups for health and wellness. WhatsApp group for the diabetic in Uganda. WhatsApp group for people from Mukono. You know what happens? All those groups that we have, the groups we have, Google has got access to them. They post them. You are going to type in, try it. They are going to bring you groups, WhatsApp groups of those categories of people. All you need to do is send a request to join. Admin will direct you in. You start getting your prospects for what? Who are already sick, already targeted market. I did that in Zambia. I did that for Tanzania. Even Kenya. Go and put a WhatsApp group for Bafumbira. That will bring them. Put a WhatsApp group for the Chikuyu from Kenya. That will bring you the groups from what? On WhatsApp. Their numbers are there. Put a WhatsApp group for Ugandans. You're going to get very many groups. Put a WhatsApp group for diaspora. You're going to get very many groups. I'm being honest with you. Go and explore. Try it. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, look for people with ambition and openness. Look for people with ambition and openness. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, prospect everyone, but some people you're going to be intentional. Some people are going to be deliberate. Are we together? I've sponsored very many people in this business, but there are also people I earmarked. Those who are into cattle keeping. There is that bull you choose to earmark and fatten. It is being prepared for Christmas. There is that cook. I know some people have started now earmarking chicken at home. Because Christmas is coming. They are giving it all the feed it's supposed to have. So at Christmas, it's what? It's ready for eating. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, even you, do the same. When Eid is coming, the Hajjis are doing what? They are fattening their goats. They buy a goat and they are feeding it on a daily basis. Why? Eid is coming. Even you, there are people, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to do what? You are going to look for intentionally. There are people who have got good traits, who have got good characteristics that you are going to cling on these people because of what they possess. Because of what? They possess. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, observe buying habits and interests. Look at how does this person react in even the different things. Are we together? Look at what do they do, for example. Get to know what do these people do. There's a gentleman I was prospecting the other day. So I was asking him, man, you've always been coming here. Like, there's a place where I like sitting sometimes in the evening. So I meet this guy has been frequenting. I got the guy and said, man, how are you? Is it that you love this place? Is it because you stay nearby? Is it because all the time I've come here, I find he says, me, I come here every day. He said, I come here every day. Are we together? Then I asked him, so what do you do? He starts telling me, I do this, I do this, I do this. Actually, this gentleman owns billboards. He does these electronic billboards you saw on the road. He told me, I do them in Uganda, I do in Mombasa, I do wherever in Kenya. Like, he's a Somali. You get it? Now, I'm listening to the guy, now I'm looking at, so I'm going to go back with my pitch. How about you can get one billboard and you put our product, but you put your number? Hey, why not? Are we together? You have someone who has a pharmacy, who owns a pharmacy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the guy you want. You have someone who is already doing social media. There's a gentleman who we signed in Rwanda. He's a TikTok influencer. He's not a TikTok influencer. He has a big following. Are we together? But he's also an influencer. We got this gentleman some pitch. How about this time? If you can divert or if you can channel your audience to your product, if you can channel your audience to the business, give them examples of who are making money through what? The video recordings. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, use social media wisely. It's a gold mine for leads. Go on social media. Once again, there's a gentleman that Silas was talking about, Pastor John Guy the other day. He said, I remember his words when he was telling us about Facebook. He said, why go on Facebook and prospect the poor when you have 1 billion people on the same platform? If someone says, I don't have transport, thank you so much, go and look for other people. I don't have transport. Go and look for other people. He's 1 out of 1 billion. It's not like one day where you're limited to the houses and the offices around. No. You're talking about a platform that almost every company has subscribed to. You're talking about a platform where every community has subscribed to. Are we together? Every profession has subscribed to. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know another very good platform to prospect if you're doing online? Go to Marketplace. Some of us have gone to Facebook. There's that place called the Marketplace. Have you seen it? The Marketplace. Only businessmen are posting and only buyers are interacting. That's the market for you to go. That's the place for you to go. Go on this place called Gigi. Gigi. People go and put food supplements. They are going to bring you all the food supplements on the market. And you know what? Do you know people are reacting to that? They are only people interested in the food supplements. Do you know the best person to prospect at that particular time? The guy who put up the food supplement. He already understands that business line. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to use these platforms wisely. Me, the first thing I do when I prospect on Facebook, I go through your timeline. What do you post? Are you posting accidents? You're not the guy I'm looking for. You're posting war? You're not the guy I'm looking for. Because there are very many other people. There are some you're going to find they are traditional doctors. How many of us have prospected a traditional doctor on Facebook? Very many of them. You're selling, the guy is selling what? He's selling juju. How many of us have tried to prospect people from Zambia, Malawi, Nigeria? Yes, those three places. You're going to get very many juju sellers actually. Ghana, Nigeria, Malawi, Zambia. Those four. I have not prospected 10, 20, 30 people. And before you know it, you see a guy coming up in your inbox. I have this. He puts those. You broke immediately. Don't bring that on your business. I don't know whatever the intentions will be. Man, the guys have packages also. The same way you have a starter, whatever. They also have different what? Packages. Everyone is selling. Whatever they are selling, I don't know. Network both online and offline. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me be honest with you. Online will give you the numbers, but offline will give you quicker conversion. Let me repeat this. Online will give you the numbers, but offline will give you quicker and higher conversion. The people I meet on Facebook, let me be honest with you, out of 100, one. Out of 100, you'll get one. Online, that's how it is. It is standard. How many of us have tried boosting on WhatsApp? Or you've tried boosting on Facebook? How many people do they show you that it has reached your ad has reached? Thousands of people. How many finally buy? 20, 30, out of 1,000 who saw, or even 2,000, even 3,000. But the people you meet, when they buy, when they listen to you, when they give you an audience, there's what we call the high touch, the tech touch, and the physical touch. The tech touch, ladies and gentlemen, there are very many signals of trust. Are we together? There is a lot of fear online versus when someone meets you physically and even comes and sees the office physically. They see physical people, they go to the office and they see the physical product. It's different when they are doing what? When they're just seeing you selling pictures of everything, like, okay, what if you downloaded them somewhere? I know, let me be honest with you also. I've seen people who have posted, hope the camera is, but I've seen people who have posted testimonies, some which are not theirs. Not so? It happens. But ladies and gentlemen, the truth is, offline is equally. Yes, to not give you like the bigger numbers like online will give you. But the conversion is what? Higher. Are we together? So I want us to incorporating both. Incorporating both. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, always qualify your prospect, not present. Always qualify your prospect. Get to know who are they. Do you remember the word form? Family, occupation, recreation, and the message. Are we together? Get to know the family. Get to know what do they do. Are they students? Are they employed? Are they working with the government? Are they into their own businesses? Get to know recreation. What do they do for their, what do they do? What do they have passion for? How do they spend their weekend? Recreation is very broad. Are we together? Get to know who is this person. Recreation is what gives you exactly who this person is. What are their hobbies, whatever they are doing. What do they think about life? Are we together? Get to know about this person so that you get to know. The moment you know who Hamson is, keeping Hamson becomes easy. When you don't know Hamson, keeping him becomes hard. Do you know why we have our best? Do you know why someone reaches a point and becomes a best friend? It's not because they are good. It's because you got to know their weaknesses. And you know how to deal with their weaknesses. How many of us have got friends, but you know they are very bad in this area, but you have accommodated them up to date? You know your friend has got a very long arm. Very long arm. But you know what? You know how to keep yourself around them. You don't leave your bag. He's my very good friend. She's my buddy. But my bag has to be closed as long as they're around. But they're my buddy. Has it happened before? Yes. You have a friend. He is a very late comer. You tell him 7, for him it is 10. You have accepted. That's who he is. You won't complain. You won't complain. Because that's who. How many of us have got friends who are very rude? They are very rude, but they're your best buddies. You rely on them like nothing. But they're very rude. Sometimes when they're interacting with other people, you even want to turn and be like, I'm not even singing, I'm not even hearing you because of what they're saying. But when they are done with their part, you say, it's okay, I know that part, but I'm not interested. When it's done, you turn, oh, how are you? So, John, what were you saying? Like you didn't hear what? Anything, because that's who they are. It will also help you in your business. When you get to know who someone is, building a relationship with them becomes what? Easy. And when you have built a relationship with someone, converting them becomes obvious. It becomes obvious. All businesses, initial clients are never the organic, natural clients. They are always people you have built relationships with. When you open up a restaurant, trust me, when any of you guys opens up a restaurant and say, I have a restaurant on level 1, you know what? All of us are going to come and support. We shall pass by and buy a snack, buy something small at the beginning. Then later, we shall now come back because your food is good. But what will bring us first is what? The relationship we have with you. But later, it becomes what? The service you are now offering, how good it is. Meaning that even as, ladies and gentlemen, as you go to prospect, let us look at building that relationship. Because when you build that relationship, it becomes obvious for people to join you. Because they are joining to support. And ladies and gentlemen, they are saying, approaching prospects profession. Number 1, use a friendly, natural conversation tone. Never go to someone and go with this language, this hype language, and someone feels maybe you're talking to them because there is something you are looking for. Maybe the intention is not them being your friend. The intention is you selling to them. Are you together? Go to them on a natural approach. Go to them with a friendly approach. Go to them, ladies and gentlemen. Ask them generally, how are you? Where are you going? Is everything okay? How is the family? Did you reach safely? How is work going? Are we together? Let's be natural. Are we together? That, ladies and gentlemen, naturally, when you keep asking someone, man, how are you? How is the family? You ask the first time, you ask the second time, they will tell you, my family is okay. Thank you for asking. Tomorrow, you ask again, hi, how are you? How was work? How is the family doing? Did you reach home safely? Yeah, everything okay. On the third day, when you ask how was work, how's evening, they say, work was okay. By the way, how about on your side? By the way, how is your family? By the way, how is your work? By the way, how is your business doing? You told me you're a businessman. How is your business doing? Are we together? Because they feel you came in genuinely. You came in as a friend. Are we together? When they ask you, by the way, how is that? You say, work is okay. By the way, me, I'm not employed. Me, I'm a businessman. Oh, what do you deal in? You begin now the business topic. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, you've met someone going to Wande Gear. This person says, you know what? Where is Wande Gear? I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit like, I don't know where this place is. You direct them. Are we together? And then you pick their contact, ask them in the evening, so did you finally get the shop you're going to? Did you finally get Stanbic Bank that you're asking me about? Did they serve you well, by the way? Are we together? And let someone feel you're not someone who's coming in with a hidden agenda. Let them feel, you know what? This is another friend I have gotten in this person. Because, ladies and gentlemen, remember this. Even our closest friends, one day they were strangers. We are not racing against time. Yes, we need to act fast. We need to be speedy. But ladies and gentlemen, do not make mistakes in the name of I'm acting fast. Are we together? you might actually end up even losing the potential person. And they're saying, ask questions that uncover needs. For example, how is the family? How are the children? Most people will tell you, the children are doing well, but there's this one who's not feeling okay. Oh, sorry about that. What's the problem? What are they sick of altogether? Ask this person, how was work? By the way, are you already home? No, by the way, I'm still at work. I haven't reached home. Then you will be like, you work for so long. You work for very long hours. What do you do exactly? I have this job, man. This guy will report in the morning, report and leave when? Late night. Are we together? Ask them provocative questions, but in a polite way. Hey, Hamson, I had an accountant. Yes, I had accountants to make a lot of money. I had to make a lot of? Says, who told you make a lot of money? These guys, they just overuse you, man. We work so hard. You go back home when you're stressed, like, sorry about that. I know what you're going through. But there's a buddy of mine, there's a friend of mine whom I'm working with currently, who's also an accountant like you. You get it? They're like, so what do you guys do? Are we together? But you start by doing what? Asking questions that uncover a need. I see you every day around this pharmacy. I see you around this restaurant every day. Like, is that where you work from? Is that where you stay? No, by the way, I just come here for lunch. I work in town. So what do you do? Are we together? Like, ladies and gentlemen, let's be natural. Most of us are coming direct heads on. Hi, how are you? I have a business. Hi, how are you? You look like someone who needs my product. Who told you I need it? Who told you I need it? Who told you I'm sick? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, ask questions which help you to uncover the need that someone feels you are coming in. It's a by the way, yet you know it was intentional. How are the children? They're sick. Oh, sorry about that. What's their problem? Now, there you introduce what? Now, first saying, hi, how are you? I'm okay. Do you have children? Yes, I have kiddie for your children. Who told you my children need what? The kiddie. You look at someone, this one has a liver. I have liver care. Who told you my liver needs liver care? Are we together? That's why, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you find that you are very aggressive. That's why most of you are going to come and say, I'm doing all those things. I'm working so hard. You are working so hard the wrong way. Running fast does not mean you're running in the right direction. Running fast does not necessarily mean you're going to reach the destination. No, you can be running very fast in the wrong direction. You're going to town, but you're running facing one gear. Even if you're running at 180 kilometers per hour, will you reach town? Where will you end up? Matuga. And that's what most of us do. We are running very fast, but the wrong direction. We are running very fast, but ladies and gentlemen, maybe the approach is not right. Listen more than you talk. Listen more than you talk. Ladies and gentlemen, in listening to people, everyone wants to talk about themselves. Allow them. When someone wants to say something, pause. Listen. When you give someone an opportunity to talk, keep asking them, give me more. 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 They forget and even go off topic. And they tell you the secrets. They tell you what they shouldn't even tell you. And that's where the need is always lying. That's why the need is always lying. How many of us have tried to sell Andro tea? Is it easy for a man to wake up and say, I have reproductive problems? Is it easy? You must first of all calm them down. You must prepare them properly. For a man to say, I am not a man. Hey, you're joking. For a man to say, I am no longer performing well, trust me, it's going to require another level of trust for them to disclose. And how will that happen? It's only when you allow them to talk. It's only when you allow them and you keep asking them questions. Are we together? How are you? I'm okay. How do you? Let me go to another topic. Be respectful of their time. Ladies and gentlemen, be respectful of their time. If you agree, we are going to meet at this time, please do. But also, if you're prospecting someone, let it not be a very lengthy conversation. Let's be precise. You've met this person on the street. They are going somewhere. I've seen, okay, I don't know if it's bad or if it is good, but to me, I feel it's a bit awkward. I've seen people who stand on the street and they are posing with a name list. They're posing with a name list. Especially opposite CJs, opposite petrol station. You see someone standing with a what? I don't think it is. Now that is going to prospect. I want you to prospect as you go. Let's be natural. Are we together? I think it's not the perfect way of doing it. Are we together? Yes, it's being aggressive, but also you'll bash away very many, then you'll win. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, avoid hype and over-promising. Now, ladies and gentlemen, avoiding hype and over-promising is, yes, do not use escalated language. Are we together? But also, ladies and gentlemen, let me also tell you this. You need to promise. You need to promise. Most of us are not promising because we don't want to commit. Most of us are not promising because we are not ready to support. Most of us are not promising because we are not ready to deliver. Most of us are not promising because we are not sure. We don't have point number one. Do you believe in the opportunity and the business and the product that you're dealing in? It affects the way you promise. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, you go and read this book, The 10X Rule. Also read, there's another book of Grant Cardone, if it is Sell or Be Sold. The guy says, over-promise because you are ready to over-deliver. Over-promise. If you over-promise, over-promising is dangerous. If you're not ready to match the level of promise you made. Are we together? If you're not ready to match the promise you made, it becomes an over-promise. But if I promise big and I deliver big, is it over-promising? No. So what we are looking at here is, let the promise you're making match the commitment you're ready to put in. I remember when I was signing my first downline in our previous company, I told this lady, in 1 year you're going to have 249 downlines. In 1 year she had 450 downlines. I under-promised and I over-delivered. I under-promised and over-delivered. I promised 249, I gave 400. Are we together? 249 to someone who's not ready to commit also sounds handsome. That is so big. But me, the way I was looking at business, I was ready to go in full. I was ready to give in everything I could. There's a gentleman I sponsored 2 months, it's now 3 months ago. I told this gentleman, I want us to look at, can you make your money as fast as possible? I told him, let us look at, can you earn your money in your first month? First month he earned his money. Today, the guy has been he was recognized as a 2 out of 3 in sponsoring. Because I told him, I'm ready to meet your prospects, I'm ready to talk to your prospects. He wakes up and does even a flyer without letting me know. I wake up and there's a flyer saying, Hamson, on Sunday night, we'll have a Zoom. I have to adjust. I promised. I did what? I promised. When I began Okata, I overpromised people, but I was up for the challenge also. I was up for the what? For the challenge. I would talk until when I feel this line is a bit, it's off. Are we together? Because that's the promise I made. But also, that promise did what? It paid off. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say here is don't be scared of promising if you're someone who feels you're ready to commit. But if you're not ready to commit, then don't promise. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, focus on helping, not selling. Genuinely, look at this person I'm bringing business. Where do I want to take them? Look at this person. I want to give this product. Do I just want to get another product off the shelf? Or do I want this product to work for this person? Are we together? There's a lady who came to my inbox and I was very happy about her. She was like, Kamson, I am doing a slimming program for people. This was his question. When I give them one product, I know it will not give them the results. But if I give them Omega, Colon, and Trimton, I'm very sure she has done it over time. This is the statistics she has. That if she gives someone Colon, Super Focus, not Super Focus, but Super Omega and Trimton, in less than, I think she told me, a month, someone must have reduced 3 kgs from her study, from her class. Then she said, unfortunately, there are also these people who come to me and they say for them they want one product, but I know this product will not work for them. Now, that is someone who is focusing on the results more than the selling of the product. And you know what? That person wins. That person wins. Last month, she had 1,000 personal CVs. That same lady. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you focus on, I have brought this downline in business. I want you not to focus. Most of us are focusing on, do you have a code? I want to make a pair. Do you have a code? I want to make a pair. Do you have a code? I want to make a pair. Have you made a sale? I need to step up. I need to get this rank moving. How about if you look at this downline? How do I help a person to get left and right? How do I help a person to earn his first check? How do I help a person to reach 50 people? How do I help a person to go and meet the people? His biggest market. Where is your biggest market? Mukono. How do we go to Mukono and meet your people so that I can explain the business to them as run the business? Now, that is someone looking at, how do I help this downline? The moment you focus on, let me make a person money, let me help him get the quick money, let me help him stabilize very fast, by default, you're done. By default, your business is stable. Most of us are looking at, this person, do you have any business? I'll not talk to you. Do you have any serious people? I'll not talk to you. I'm not interested. Ladies and gentlemen, look at how best can I support this person I've brought in business? How best can I get this person learning how to invite, getting a sign up, selling a product? Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be annoyed with this person. And let me also be honest with you. How you look at your downline is going to dictate how patient you'll be with them. If my target with a person is he must make $1 million in the first 2 months, in the first 3 months, my target is I must work with a person until he becomes, for example, a platinum. Trust me, I am going to be patient with him because the target is not a person making me rich. The target is me being rich as a result of him getting what he wants. When you focus on what your downline needs to satisfy, what your client needs to satisfy, by default, you're taken care of. Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar are the ones who say that. Help many people solve their problems and you won't have any problem yourself because your problems will disappear. Is your issue rent? Don't look at paying your rent. Look at your downlines affording their rent. You will not have rent to pay because yours will be seamless. Help your downlines to maybe cover their transportation. You won't have transport to think about. Yours will be erased by default. Are we together? Help your downlines to match, to step up. Yours will come by default. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end, I think this is the second last slide. Presenting your opportunity. How do you present? They are saying, keep your presentation simple and clear. Highlight benefits, not just the features. Benefits, not just the features. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, once again, attend presentations. I want to emphasize, attend presentations so that you get to know what kind of business am I in? What are the benefits? What are those unique features about this business? What are those unique benefits about the what? What are the benefits about this opportunity that I am in? So that, ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to sell the what? The benefits. Most of us, the truth is, how have you attended presentations every day? You're a full-timer, and up to now, you cannot answer the questions. How have you been a part of closing circles, and up to now, you cannot answer the what? The questions. Do you know why? Most of us dodge them. Most of us, presentation time, you're on level 3, or you're going to do a delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, make deliveries, make yourselves, but at the right time. At the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving out very vital information here. You are leaving the testimonies here. You're moving out. You don't have a testimony, but you're leaving the testimony here. I want you to learn Jaria's story, Hajara's story, Aziz's story, maybe John's story, maybe Hilda's story, maybe Opesen's story. Learn it, like make it your own story. Are we together? That when you meet a prospect who is at the same wavelength with this story that you have, you can share it and someone feels, yes, this is a real person they're talking about. Are we together? Get to know, ladies and gentlemen, what is this business about? Because there is no way you are going to be a winner when you don't have sufficient information. Are we together? You can get people joining you faster at the beginning, but later it comes back to skill set. It comes back to how much you know. That's why for any business you go to, you must accept there is going to be a learning curve. There's going to be time. Do we see, how many of us realize that this is a whiteboard? Not so. It's good business when you go in it. Me who's not selling them, it is a business. But when I go into selling whiteboards, it's when I'll realize that, you know what, I need to know more about whiteboards. The quality ones, the fake ones, the best supplier, the best origin, the best whatever, the best material, who are the potential clients, who are the, like, you find that, ladies and gentlemen, there is way much more for you to learn about the whiteboard than me and you who just look at this as a whiteboard. Are we together? This is a clicker. When you are buying it, it's normal, it's a clicker. But when you get into the business of clickers, that's when you're going to know that also going to require the technology behind the clicker. That's when you're going to know that there are different brands of a clicker. That's when you're going to know they are fake clickers and original clickers. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, something in our business. You cannot remain an amateur in the business and then your belief is going to go up. Because the belief, ladies and gentlemen, will always be correlating with how much you know about what you're doing. The more I know about something, the more value I attach to it, and the more I believe in it. The less I know about it, the less the value, the lower the belief. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, share authentic stories and results. Have as many stories, have as many screenshots. When they screenshot, like for example, on Saturday or Friday, they are going to post, it will be 14th, not so? They're going to post pictures of Kenya. Get those pictures, send them to your people. When they bring out a flyer of Nigeria, it's not a normal flyer. Do you know what you do? You send to people, tell them, you know what? We are now going to be launching Nigeria. You know what? Watch out. We are taking the world by storm. On Friday, on Saturday, the step-ups are going to be posting screenshots of their what? Of their step. Do not look at that screenshot and be excited. Keep it. Send it to as many people as possible. I remember when Mr. Elias bought the TX. I got the pic of the TX. Others were excited looking for it. I got the picture and sent it everywhere. One of the guys had been prospecting for a full year came and said, Hamson, are you sure someone has done this business and have bought a TX out of the business? The guy said, I'm coming to see you. If someone can buy TX out of the business, it means spend crazy money. They came and paid the father, the brother. He brought me almost like, in 2 months, I brought in like 20 people. One guy. Because of a TX. Even you. When someone posts the encashment, when someone posts a screenshot, get that screenshot. You, to them, it's money they have earned. To you, it is a tool to prospect. It's a tool to close people. Are we together? When they do a recognition and they say Hamson has made 51 million, you, me, it's a recognition. You, it's not a recognition. You, it is a tool to go and close more people. Are we together? I want you to get those pictures that I've posted. Go and throw them all over. One person like this is going to say, you know what? If they can do it, I'm also going to do it. Are we together? If you guys are making it happen, I can also make it happen. That's your thing. And ladies and gentlemen, show how it solves real problems. Use visuals and testimonials where possible. Get the PowerPoints. Get the videos. Get every resource you can. When your upline gets a rank, it's not a testimony. It's not a step up. That is a tool. That is a tool you have gotten. Are we together? Get their story. If you can even book appointments with them, ladies and gentlemen, do so. Do so. And ladies and gentlemen, always invite questions at the end. Always tell people, ask questions. Those who have closed before, the first thing I do is give me a book for circles and a pen. Questions. I write it in capital letters. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. There's a circle I went in, they gave me, were they 12 questions? I said it's okay. Because it is from the questions that you get to know, is this person interested or they are not interested? Ladies and gentlemen, a question or an objection is something that tells you this is where my interest is. Or, depending on how they phrase the question, they are saying, I am not interested in this part. Can I do away with it? How many of us have got a question of, they are not asking how they can sell. They are saying, if I don't sell, can I still make money? They are saying, I love the opportunity, but put selling out of the picture, then I am in. Others will tell you, what if I cannot bring people? Can I still make money? They are saying, remove bringing people out of the picture. Remove sponsoring. Remove binary. Leave it like that. Give me that picture. Paint more about it. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are simply telling you, this is where my interest is. This is where my challenge is. Others are telling you, me, this is where I want to focus. Are we together? Others, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to ask, let your prospect ask as many questions as possible. Because it also helps you to know, how do I close this person? The moment someone does not ask you questions, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have the right to ask them, are you starting now? You don't have the right. Are we together? It's like when someone comes in your shop, and how many of us have ever gone in a shop? You look around, you don't seem to see anything, but the shop is full. And then the first question of the shopkeeper is, have you seen anything? You're like, no, I've not seen anything. Oh, you say, I am still looking around. Before you know it, you walk away. That's a prospect who has come here. They sit, they don't see any question, and they just say, okay. Bino bye mukola. Mwa babikola. Mbalabe. That's what the guy has done. Are we together? He wanted to come and see what happens here. He wanted to come and see. What are you guys talking about? Haven't you seen people have said, hey, okay. Haven't you seen people who are sometimes people of the church? The church on level 4. I see some of them coming and peeping in office. So what do you guys do? For him or her, what they want to know is, what do you guys do? Whether I'm interested or not, it's not a problem. All I want to know is, what do you do? Are we together? How many of us have seen a new place in the neighborhood and like, you know what, let me just go and see what is there. You enter, you walk around. For them, they think a client has come. Kumbe, a spy has come. An investigator has come. Some of our prospects are spies and investigators. They just want to know what is happening in Uganda. They want to know. They are in leisure. They have free time. They have come to see. So if someone does not ask questions, just know you had a tourist today. You didn't have a prospect. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, follow up like a pro. Follow up within 24 to 48 hours. Don't wait for a week or 2 or 3 or 4. Even if someone says, I am joining after a week, or I'm joining after 3, 4, 5 days. No. The rule is, the first follow-up rule is 24 to 48 hours. You should have contacted this person. And follow-up, ladies and gentlemen, is not asking the person, are you buying the product? Are you joining the business? Are you depositing? No. It's getting back in contact. It's, ladies and gentlemen, even if it is a greeting, even if it is checking up on them, personalize your follow-ups. Recall key details. Recall the key. When they are asking you questions, ladies and gentlemen, that those are lines that you are going to use to do what? To follow up on them. When they are making commitments, those are lines you're going to use. You promise to join on Friday. Call them on Thursday. You get it? You know what? Actually, I wanted to inform you that I'll be at office tomorrow by, just so I'm telling you, by the way, tomorrow, I have another meeting at office, so I'll be at office as early as 8. So feel free. The time we agreed, which is 2 p.m., I'll be available at what? At office. Are you asking for the money? No. Call someone and tell them, you know what, by the way, you said you're going to go and check with your circle to see if they can give you the money. Call them. If they say they will go on Wednesday, call them this morning and tell them, hey, by the way, hi, Hamson, how are you? You had said you're going to check on the circle today. Is it? Do I remember well? Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, wonderful. I will show the best. Go talk to those people. You let me know when you are done. You are doing what? Following up. You want to know, was it true? You want to know, are they still on track? Ladies and gentlemen, the beauty about following up is, whether you are calling for the money or not, how many of us have been demanded money before? Or your landlord, you have a landlord. When the landlord calls, what happens? What do you think about? You think about food? You think about money? Do you think he's calling you to greet you? No. Even if he says, hello, Hamson, how are you? I'm okay, sir. All you're waiting for is, when am I getting my money? That even if he does not talk about it, he triggers your mind. He triggers your what? Your mind. Are we together? Something when someone demands you money, when they call, when they do what? When they call. Ladies and gentlemen, when this person calls, when you see John's phone coming, what do I tell John this time? Has he said anything? Not yet. When you pick the phone, hey, hi, Hamson, how are you? Man, it's been a while, you lost, everything is okay, how's the family? You are waiting for which word? My money. Then John says, as just said when you say, but I need to look for his money. Something when a guest sees your phone call coming, they remember. All of us, how many of us realize that every time you pick a phone call, what comes in your mind is, what was the last conversation I had with this person? What was the last agreement I had with this person? What was the last engagement I had with this person? Immediately, even if they have not said anything, you start recalling, you start adding up the dots. And ladies and gentlemen, be patient but persistent. And then offer more information, not pressure. Build trust over time. Track your interactions and progress. Track your interactions and progress. Whatever you agree upon, note down. Whatever the prospect tells you, note down. You don't want to go back and ask them the same thing. You don't want also to go back and then you're repeating what you had said. You are taking them back again. When someone has said, I am interested in this, do not call them and then you're giving them other points of interest. No, stick to that. Are we together? But so, ladies and gentlemen, before I leave stage, I'll talk about something to do with the close. Most of us, we are doing presentations, but we are not making the call to action endings. We are not telling people why we called them. We are leaving it hanging. We are telling people, most of us, when we ask you, how was the person who came yesterday? How many of us had a guest yesterday? You had a prospect yesterday who came for a presentation yesterday. Don't be scared. What did your person say who came? Did you have a prospect yesterday? Hey, you knew, okay. What did your prospect say? You didn't close. Uh-huh.
My prospect came a bit late in the evening.
Okay.
When I tried to present him, it was like he's going to buy products for his grandma.
He's going to buy products for his grandmother. Where started the prospect yesterday? Yes. Coming back to you with 400. What did your prospect say? She'll get back to you. What did your prospect say? Okay, who are the prospect here? I saw her hand here. Yes. Kim? Coming today. Where started the prospect? Yes, Anne? She'll come next week on Wednesday. Where started the prospect yesterday? Where started the prospect? Whether one-on-one or general presentation? You had a one-on-one, yes? They'll be get back to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I love 400 buying a product, coming back today. Most of us, ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving our prospects hanging. It's like we are becoming informants of Okata. We are not here as spokesmen. We are here as sales people. After the presentation, after you've answered those questions, ask the guy, look them straight into the eye. My upper news tell me look into the left eye. Ask them, are you joining now? Are you buying the product now? Now. It's not being rude, it's why I called you. I didn't call you to inform you. I called you to join me. I called you to buy a product. When someone asks you questions, ladies and gentlemen, you are paying a price for asking this person to join. When you go in a shop and you tell this shopkeeper, pull the shirts down, pull the clothes down, the final question is what? Ogula obusaati bumeka. Kati. He doesn't say, when are you coming back? Some of us are telling our prospects, before you even ask, you're telling them, by the way, Friday, by the way, Monday, by the way, whatever. Ask the guy now. Let him say no. Then you start promoting now, tomorrow. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, who cares? Let them say no. Let them say I don't have the money now. But when you've asked them, some people have money with them. And then in the first place, did I call you to inform me about Okata? No. I called you to sign up. Informing is just part of the process. But I must complete the what? The process. I must complete the what? The process. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be scared once again. I have not called people to see if they're interested. Don't ask people, are you interested in the business? Like, okay, ask them, do they have the business? Are you joining now? Do not tell this person, ladies and gentlemen, are you interested? And say, thank you so much. When you get the money, I am here waiting for you. I am not a waiter. Are we together? We are salesmen. When you go to manager's desk, you take the client. Here's the final question is, which one are you taking? Which one? When there's a time I took a prospect to manager, and a prospect said, kangene toze unagamba. I'm sorry, mutwari. Like, I have been talking, didn't you understand what I was talking about? But he was not rude, he was not annoyed like telling a prospect. But ladies and gentlemen, what he's trying to communicate is, what is the use of this meeting we are having? What is the end result of the meeting that we are having? It's what? You being interested? You being positive? It's you buying. Guys, don't be scared of doing what? Asking them. Are we together? And there's this final quote here that I want us to end with. Amateurs wait for inspiration. Professionals take consistent action. Abasinga, our strategy is hope. Our strategy is hope. Ladies and gentlemen, hope is never a strategy. Hope is never what? A strategy. When the soul comes here, I like the CEO's close. The future. The what? The future. In the next 5 years, you're going to be driving cars. When you pass, everyone will turn and say, who has passed? It is okay. Let 5 years come. But even within the 5 years, I need to eat. I need to live. I need to pay my bills. I need money even when? Even now. So I must take action. I must take deliberate action. Ladies and gentlemen, to help me do what? To help me win. To help me grow. To help me to earn. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, do not wait for people to always inspire you. You must also have that inner burning reason. I want you to answer these 3 questions. Why did you join Okata? Question number 1. Why did you join Okata? Write it down. Why did you join Okata? Question number 2. Who did you join Okata for? Question 1. Why did you join Okata? Question 2. Who did you join Okata for? Question 3. Where do you see yourself in Okata? Or what is the maximum? What is your peak with Okata? Those 3 questions, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be your driving force, even when motivation and inspiration is not coming. Sometimes, number 3, where do you see yourself with Okata? What is your peak in Okata? Is it being a brass? Is it a bronze? Is it a diamond? Is it a legacy builder? Is it a maverick? Is it whatever? I don't know. Is it a team of 1 million people? Is it a team of 500,000 people? What is your ultimate thing? All together. But first of all, why did you join? Number 2, who did you join for? If you didn't join for your upline, ladies and gentlemen, then pick yourself up, go and work. Don't wait for your upline's call. Are we together? If you didn't join for your upline, if you joined for your children, ladies and gentlemen, then let them be your inspiration. Who you joined for and why you joined is enough motivation. It's enough inspiration. There's a meeting I was having somewhere, and this gentleman asks me, Hamson, where do you get the fire and the electricity to always be on the move every single day? I told him I have enough problems. I don't need any motivation. My problems are enough motivation. Are we together? The reason why you join is enough motivation. Thank you so much. May the Almighty God bless you. At this particular time, allow me to invite our country manager to give us or to make some remarks.